Hi, my name is Mark Polton. I'm a real estate investor in the greater Charlotte, North Carolina area. I'm what you would call a no frills, no thrills real estate investor. If you're looking for somebody with a fancy car in the background, that $1 million office, or somebody who's trying to sell you a 1995 subscription to their newsletter, I'm not that guy. Go check out a different channel. I wanted to share my thoughts on taking responsibility for your finances. I just got off the phone with my wife, and a family friend of ours just called her up and said that she was faced with having to file bankruptcy, and she didn't know anything about it until this morning, and she apparently has until 5 p.m. today to make a decision. Uh, I don't have all the details. Frankly, it's none of my business either. But what had happened apparently is she had turned over finances to her husband, and her husband did a very poor job, and she knew nothing about it. There were some hints, some things that should have thrown up some red flags, but for whatever reason, she didn't follow up on those red flags, and now she's finding herself having to, you know, she has one business day to determine if she wants to file bankruptcy or not. I'm told that she may lose the house, very beautiful house, by the way, if she doesn't. And this is something that is not uncommon. I listen to Rich Dad Radio with Robert and Kim Kiyosaki, and Kim is always on there telling the women, do not rely on your husband to take care of the finances. You need to know where the money's going. And my wife and I got into quite a discussion about this. And I said that even if I turned over the finances to you, which I'm the primary person on the finances in my house, which I don't think I could do. I'm not sure I could surrender that level of control of something that's that important to me. But let's just say hypothetically I did. At least quarterly, I would need to sit down and review what's going on, full credit reports for both of us, just to make sure that I know what accounts are open, what the status is on payment, and things like that. Additionally, there's some things she could have done. She could have set up paperless billing where she gets emailed on the bills, so that, or web logins into the different accounts. I have a MacBook Pro. My wife has a MacBook Pro, and in my shortcuts, I have a specific section that says family finances, and I look at those family finances. I want to know what is going on. I, if I ever need to know what's going on into my 401k, into my wife's 401k, all of the myriad credit cards we have, all the mortgages we have, everything like that, probably take me 10 minutes to go into each and every account that we have to see what the status is. And I do it about once a month, maybe once every other month, just to update our personal financial statement. By the way, if you do not have a personal financial statement, then you have no way of judging how you're doing in life. I'll get into that late in another video. However, I update our personal financial statement typically quarterly, try to do it every 60 days, just so that we know where we are with assets and debts. It includes, I think it includes everything. There's gotten some new business credit cards that may not have been added on there yet. Um, we'll see. Next quarter, I'll get all that updated. So to get back to the story and why it's important, you cannot. This person is 51. They are faced with starting over again. I want think about this. You are 51. You've been working probably 30 years, maybe more if you started earlier, and you're having to start over again. Credit's going to be shot. Um, Probably very little money. Obviously, you have experience and earning potential, but I mean, somewhere along the line, you're going to age out of whatever industry you're in. I think, the company I work for at 65, you have to retire. There's not an option for you to stay. Many companies are like that when it comes to professionals. So these are she may only have 14 years of working left before she's no longer able to work, and that doesn't include if she ever gets sick, if she gets she falls. As we get older, our bones get brittle. I mean, a lot more prone to accidents that will cause you to not be able to work or to have to change the line of work that you're in. So, uh, do not depend upon somebody else. If you are married and you trust your partner, hey, more power to you. I think that's great. Trust but verify. You need to know where your finances are. You need to know where your money is going. You need to go where know where your spouse's money is going. If your spouse brings up $100,000 debt and credit card, and you guys are married, it doesn't matter that the credit card is in your spouse's name. You are responsible for that. That is a marital debt. Just like if your home goes up $100,000, that's a marital asset. You get to enjoy and indulge in both the ups and the downs when you are married. Might be a good reason not to get married. I don't know. However, it is your responsibility, you know, taking the stance that, well, I didn't know and I trust him and or I trust her, not an excuse. You need to take responsibility for your life. You need to take responsibility for a financial situation, and you need to take responsibility for your finances. So you can get free credit reports annually at annualcreditreport.com. I get all kinds of information from my bank and different credit cards on my credit score and things like that. I know where my money is. I know where my debts are. You need to know where yours are too. Anyways, I hope you go out and live the "you won't stop me" lifestyle. I can tell you this: you will not stop me. Nothing will stop me from financial freedom, and nothing will stop me from entering the 1%. So I wish you nothing but success.